Hello, hello. Welcome to the channel, the episode and the stream with me, Wolfie69. This is episode 36 of our New Frontier Forestry Survival series. And yeah, I say it every time, but we're doing well. We really are. We've got money in the bank. We're just baling up some straw at the moment. Got loads of it over there to continue baling up, and then we're gonna mow and bale our grass field, and then we're gonna wrap it, and then we're gonna come out, activate precision farming, and come back in. So hopefully we do okay with that. It's, as I said in the last episode, it's not something that I've used for a little while. Last time I used it was in FS25. And yeah, it's been a little while since that, so we'll just crack on with it, really, to be fair. See how these bales are doing first. Oh, they're silage, so they can go. So I can sell those. Brilliant. Oh, there is a lot to do, isn't there? Okay, that's fine. We've got a little bit of money, but we are still in need of some money to be able to continue with certain aspects. Yeah, it's okay. We'll just get this done for now. I was just thinking about how much certain bits and pieces might cost now, like fertilizers and lime and things, but hey, Melbourne train guy, thank you for joining. Welcome. You all right, buddy? Sorry for disturbing your ASMR stream earlier. That's a good shout though, that really is. Throw it on, stick it on YouTube, that way you can just replay it in the background at any point. But you said you were you had that on in the background while you were studying. What are you studying for, buddy? Oh, for an oral exam. I hope she gives you a passing grade. Giggity. But yeah, don't know if you caught it or not, but I'm going to get all of this baled up, get the grass field cut and baled, and then we're going to jump out and activate precision farming. And come back in and see how much money that's going to cost me. I'm always doing it. I take a look over at the chat. You say, I need to give you a brief oral exam, Mr. Powers. Yes. Let's get that other bit. I don't like leaving it on the field. We've got a lot to bale. as we're doing this, I'll set that going. I will in for a cheeky save. Wasn't what I was going for. Yeah, that's the bakery, that's fine. Where's the mill? Okay, yeah, you still got plenty. We'll see how precision farming makes everything go squiffy, because it more than likely will go squiffy once that's involved. I'm assuming, because I've not had an update for the map, that it's going to use the base game soil map for precision farming, and I don't know if they've changed that from the last one, but there's a chance that most of my land is on, like, what is it, loamy sand, which is going to play havoc with how I do everything, but he said, oh nice, just in time to, it seems, to answer your previous question, make sure I'm going where I should be. To answer your previous question, you're studying to become a DNA youth counsellor. I take it that's drug and alcohol. Fair enough. Make sure the kids don't get on it. It's more for the rest of us. No, I kid. I joke. But no, fair enough. That's a noble profession. It's yeah, very noble profession. Better than what a lot of people do. So yeah, can't find any fault with that. It's not like you were going to become like a tax accountant for the government, or do you know what I mean? It's or a traffic warden, or seriously, it's because the pickup isn't too wide on this, and I can't be bothered to windrow it. There's no point. Oh, no more space for eggs. Okay, all right. We shall unhook that, because listening to that beep all the way over and back will annoy me. We'll come back to that in a moment. I'm imagining it's one of these two, and if it's one of these two, I may as well do both. Yeah, because there's still space over there. I'll try not to run over any chickens. Oh wow, okay, so they produce a fair amount. Let's just shift those over next to these. Oh, I'm going to have to do this for the other one as well. Okay, alright. Just get this done. There we go. Lots of chickens. 170 chickens we've got now from my last count. So 70 a pop in these ones makes 140, and then the 30 in there. There we go. Eggs are strong, that's fine. You say tax accountant, you didn't know Jimmy Carr needed a new assistant. He always needs a new assistant. He shuffled through tax accountants like magicians in cards. Alright. There's the chickens dealt with. Drop that, turn it back on, let's go. And stop. If we take a... Because those pallets over there are 1,000 litres a pop. And if we take a very quick look at what they're worth at the moment. Yeah, they're down in productions, aren't they? Miscellaneous. Where's the X? There they are. At the highest price, 1,000. So 1,500 litres. 1,400. So it's £1,500 per 1,000 litres. Which isn't bad, I'll take it. Because we're not making anything with the eggs at the moment. We don't have all of the ingredients to make cakes, so there's no point sending those to the bakery. If I had some sugar from some sugar fields and was throwing whatever through the dairy to make chocolate, then, because I think chocolate's required for cakes. But yeah, I don't know if you saw it, we've also got a small dairy up there churning out some goat butter. As I say, it's really all hands on now when it comes to the productions. We've got a few. So when it comes around to payday for all of those, we should be able to get that loan cleared off. All 170 grand of it. It doesn't exist. It's not really there. It's virtual money. Shh, I can calm down. I don't actually owe 170 grand. That would frighten the hell out of me. But yeah, as I said when I am in the descriptions before and everything, 170 grand in the hole, because I like to hang out and look in here. What's that? That's a big cedar. It's an 8-metre cedar, but it's still 110 grand. So no. As said, we can get up to $1 million in the hole with the bank, but I really don't want to if I can get away with it. Yeah, come on. That beeping annoys me, but I can't stop it. But I can, evidently, as you've seen, but while it's full, I can't stop it. Right. We're a few minutes in now. I can chat about certain bits and pieces. Monday night, first episode of my Red Dead series. Now, I've done a previous set of videos quite a while ago when they were first coming out, when brand new, the legendary bounties. I went through them, doing them on the hardest difficulty, solo for Ed. And there we go, chatting again, so I missed the end. That's alright, it should work. Yep, good. So yeah, going through solo on the legendary bounties, picking those up. And they weren't too bad. They haven't got a massive amount of views, but that'll I'm actually going to go through story mode. So first video we'll deal with Coulter and maybe possibly go exploring up there. But, Melbourne Train Guy says, question about vehicles in FS25. Oh, are they hard to control? I tried out Lawn Mowing Sim, I know, and it's weird to control and was curious. No, the vehicles aren't difficult to control. Right trigger to go, left trigger to stop, pretty much. With everything, I'm just trying to think of there. No, it's not with this. So yeah, right trigger to go, left trigger to stop. You're all good. Forestry vehicles. No, it isn't. I was thinking construction simulator. So no, yeah, you're all good. It's easy. The only bit that might be a little difficult is when it comes to crane controls. And using... Yeah, it's pretty much just crane controls. Everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. You do always... where the cutter action bit is, right, no. As standard, you've got that in the top left. Your left bumper, your right bumper will bring up all the different functions. Both bumpers together bring up even more functions. And that's there all the time. You can turn it on and off. As you can see, it controls various functions. That's dropping the pickup up and down. Turn it on, back it up. You can see where it's gone up to. When it comes to doing harvesting and everything, you blatantly see where... Oh, actually, if you really want it, steering assist. Now, of course, that's just off. So we'd go back in. And what was the working width of the harvester? Vehicles. Rustle mash power stream. How big's that? 6 meters. Okay, so it's 6 meter. So that being on 10 meter. 6 meter, 2 headlands. That should line up about right. So you've always got that option to know. I mean, this is the width of the header on my combine harvester over there. So that's how much I was cutting out. So you can use that, and it's not a bad piece of kit. Can I get rid of that now? Reset. Back. Oh. It doesn't matter. I'll leave it there. It'll prove a point. Serve a purpose. Oh. Now, if you're trying to do bits like this, you can still do it. If I turn off auto drop, if we keep going forwards, starts to beep at me. Now I've turned off auto drop for a moment, right. Now it's dropping because I've reactivated. So you've yeah, it all works in first person. If you get a farm stick, you can now do all of those bits and pieces. But you're Australia. A farm stick's going to cost you an arm and a leg, literally an arm and a leg. It's a small fortune over here. It really is. I looked at getting a farm stick. It's £100 for the farm stick on its own. You tag onto that if you want a steering wheel as well, and yeah, small fortune. Right, I will jump back into there and turn that back off now because we don't need it for a minute. May as well make use of the line, seeing as it's there. And we're just catching the edge of that with the pickup, which was nice. Yeah, I do go first person sometimes while driving around in the tractors and stuff, but as immersion breaking as it is, I do like to be able to see exactly where whatever implement I'm using is going. And that is a lot easier to do in third person. Camera controls in third person like this, the standard camera controls, right stick does all your looking around. I believe you've got the option to invert if you invert as well. They actually have specialist TSW controllers, I didn't realise. It's crazy the stuff you can buy. I can remember back in the old days playing on the 360 it was, you had this massive like mech walker game, and the controller for that was a massive hunking piece of plastic with came in like 3 separate bits in a massive box. You had to put it all together, like slot the sides onto it every time, plug it into the front of your original Xbox. It was a crazy bit of kit. I can't remember what the game was actually called now, but you say that all the TSW controllers cost around 200 quid, which is almost $300 to $400. Your money sucks. Yeah, money sucks. Not just your money, just money sucks. I get it, I understand the idea of it, it doesn't mean that I agree with it. But then again, at the end of the day, I don't think I've got enough chickens to barter for a new game from Bethesda or from, well, I say Bethesda, probably wouldn't be Bethesda until they sort of stuff out. I mean, 76 was a nightmare, but let's not go into that. Releasing Skyrim for the 80th time, although they have just redone Oblivion, so, but then Starfield, glad I was on PlayStation, couldn't get it because it kind of sucked. It'd be a more of Rockstar game for me. They do good open worlds. I want them to do a Red Dead 3. It sucks they turned their back on Red Dead Online, but I want them to do a Red Dead 3. You say if you play on PC, there is an OFC rail driver which had levers and buttons. Some Enterprise and Lad made replicas of the Class 66 controls. Oh, nice! And the CPB style EMU. Oh, fab. I've got a little one. She's just started to talk, and I swear quite a lot in my normal life. I don't mean to, but I've never really been around like kids or anything, because my view has always been, why do I want to be around anyone else's kids and dealing with them? I'll deal with kids when I have my own kids. Sort of, if I'm going to put the effort into interacting with a child, well, I want that child to be mine, so I know the effort and the interaction is actually going to pay off and be of some use. So I never bothered interacting with anyone else's kids, which meant that my language could be quite happy and free. And now I've got a little one, and I catch myself all the time about to say certain bits and pieces. And luckily I catch myself because I started coming out with a certain phrase earlier. Something had annoyed me. I think it was yesterday. Something had annoyed me a little bit. And now little one says, "Oh, fuff." As in, oh, F-U-F-F. Oh, fuff. Now you can imagine where that was leading. But yeah, I need to catch myself quite a bit on YouTube as well. Although, I don't suppose it will really matter much while I'm playing Red Dead. And I'm going to alternate the Red Dead and Farm Sim nights. So it'll be Red Dead on Mondays and Farm Sim on Thursdays. You see, the damn Elder Scrolls remasters are 90 Australian dollars. Wow, I can't believe this. Then again, I've said to you before, your money is crazy. Bethesda can suck eggs, yeah, and a few other things besides, but... You say, oh yeah, I don't want little one picking up any spicy words. No, I really don't. Oh, Fuff is about as close as I want her to get to any of it. I don't know if it's quite popular over there, but she quite enjoys Bluey. And the dad on that bandit, he quite often comes out with old biscuits. So I've been trying to come out with that. And instead of Fuff-ing hell, instead of Fuff-ing hell, I've been trying to come out with Merlin's beard, which I know is an odd one, but it's more because, as I said before, we're Potter fans in this household. So, and you say Bluey is awesome. It really is. We've tried our best to keep little one away from the TV and stuff like that. But when she ended up getting ill and going into hospital, they've got like the little screens, and the kids' channels are free. So yeah, she ended up watching a bit in hospital, and the wife ended up seeing a little bit with her, and was like, yeah, well, you ought to watch it. I don't think it's too bad for little one. And no, it's not. So little one can watch it quite happily. I've got no problem with that. You said by the power of Grayskull. Alpha, I Fuff. Oh, Fuff. I genuinely, by the time she's about 5 or 6 years old, I'm going to have an entirely new vocabulary of swear words that aren't actually swear words. Excuse me. You say Bluey is Australia's answer to Peppa Pig. Okay, alright. Would you like Peppa Pig? I will happily arrange Peppa Pig to be made into sausages. I don't know if you've seen them, but there are some videos on YouTube. I think one of them was a Peppa Pig, but I know the matey has done a fair few Postman Pat videos where he takes the mickey out of it quite a lot. Puts voiceovers on all of them, and is quite explicit with his language, shall we say. But yeah, rude Postman Pat videos, they're bloody hilarious. Little one doesn't watch Peppa Pig. We don't. No. I have to, if I have to be exposed to a certain amount of childish stuff, that's fine. But I'm going to make sure that the childish stuff is something that I can deal with. If I'm going to have to put up with it, I'm going to make sure it's not going to drive me insane. and Bluey's absolutely fine. It's all the episodes are available on Disney Plus, so she gets that. You've seen Postman Pat with Rasta Mouse dubbed over. Okay, alright, you just introduced something. What's Rasta Mouse? I'll have to have a look at that at some point. It might be that I have encountered Rasta Mouse before, but just because I learnt something or knew something in the past, it doesn't mean that I do now. Life finds a way to remove knowledge at the most inopportune moments. Excuse me 2 seconds. Excuse that, I just had to cough. Oh, for... Yeah, it's fine, there's a little bit. I'll get it on the way back round. Well, I'm kind of a little bit ashamed to say it, but we've got Disney Plus anyway. I wanted access to the Star Wars films, and as a byproduct, little one gets the Disney films, and by extension, Bluey. I did notice that it is a BBC production, and it's one of those that I don't agree with the TV license. We get all of our shows through streaming services. So by me buying the streaming service, this is this is something that can be debated on quite a bit in the UK, and that is the validity of the TV license and the way that they go about enforcing it. I don't agree with the TV license. It's one of those that the BBC is a corporation, and so why not treat yourselves in the way that the streaming services now are treating themselves? So you take yourselves off of terrestrial TV and you operate on a purely streaming basis, right? Because going around and charging every household in the country that has a TV for having a TV because they could possibly use your service, it just seems unethical to me. It's like, right, okay, I could possibly use your service, but I'm not going to. Yeah, but on top of that, it is one of those that if I want to use a BBC service, then I'll use it. But I haven't wanted to use one for the last 10 years. So I've not had a TV license for the last 10 years. And it's one of those that I had to turn around to and be like, yeah, I don't want a TV license. I don't use a TV for that. I primarily play games, and everything that I want comes through a streaming site. I don't watch live stuff, even on the streaming sites. I don't watch live stuff. We've got Amazon Prime, we've got Disney Plus, we're good. And I think we pay a little extra premium to have the Disney, the Amazon Prime has got Paramount on it. Because I'm a sucker for Star Trek as well. And I think we pay an extra couple of quid for little one to be able to watch Pokemon, because she quite likes Pokemon as well. So, sorry, you say, and or S2, anyone? Oh, I don't know. When I say I like Star Wars, Yeah, I like the original Star Wars. I can just about stomach Misa update films. Um, but yeah, the original three are the ones that really do it for me. Now I should have just brought more DVD. Going around in circles there. We need to go over here. He said also bar humbug. Another UK person told me about a TV license, and it's hogwash. Torrents all day long for me. Yeah, I don't blame you. Really don't blame you. We'll bring this over here. And we'll knock it sideways, that's fine. Sorry, 2 seconds. You say the BBC, also ABC, I guess, is supposed to be the public broadcaster and is supposed to be impartially funded by the government of the day for the public good. Yeah. It's one of those, as I said before, I don't really like getting too political, but I should have kept that one on as well. Because I need to change both of these to bale trailers, because I'm a numpty. Oh yeah, go on. No one out there is ever supposed to use my gameplay as an example of how you should do anything. It's not advisable, especially since I've just gone and trapped myself in here like this now. Yeah, I just don't agree with the BBC, full stop. Them charging... Oh, no, I want the auto version. Them charging a fortune for something that I'm not going to use. That's the point I was trying to make. If you go out and get yourself something like a television service where they provide you with a box that goes in your house that picks up the TV signals or whatever, if you have that, you should not have to pay a TV license. It should be included with what you pay every month. That's the way that I believe that should work, because otherwise I'm paying out twice for the same thing. I'm giving this company money so that I can access TV, and then I'm also giving another company money so I'm allowed to watch their channels. If I'm already paying for a service, I'm already paying for a service. I'm not paying again for it. So you don't mean anything to do with politics. I mean more when there's an emergency or massive public event, etc., etc. The BBC on TV or a replacement of the BBC on the radio. No, I get that. But at the same time, it's one of those that the BBC always put their own skew on everything, and nowadays the mainstream media just don't report everything the way it should be anyway. So, oh, I've done it again, haven't I? Unload bales here, unloading assistant on. Stop unloading, operating position, unload bales. No, wrong way. Yeah, that way does that way, that way does that way. There we go, there we go. There we go. And stop unloading, operating position. Where were the rest of those bales? There we go. Say the public shouldn't be paying for it. It's supposed to be a public service like the NHS. Yeah. It's government and politics and stuff that... It all annoys me. Politicians nowadays just annoy me, full stop. I said a few episodes ago, I have got a nice little soapbox that I like to get on and rant about the way of the world and try and put things to right sometimes, but I really shouldn't do. Right, let's take that up like that and then goes back like that. And I know this is super realistic. Oh. That didn't work. I got a... Oh, I missed one. That's fine. Stop unloading, operating position. There we go. Right. Well, by the scenes of it, I mean, we got no use for these straw bales, so I'm going to take them off and sell them straight away anyway. But it seems like we might have a couple of trips to do, because I also need to sell those silage bales. Okay, alright. That was lucky. Okay, so we've got 3 here that... Not a problem. We can deal with this. We will unload bales, unload here, strap those. That's not the way I wanted to do it. Unstrap those, stop unloading, operating position. Yes, because now they take up 0 space. As much as it sucks, let's tab across to this one. We've also got those 6 there that need to go on it. You say it's looking wobbly and health and safety might want a word. Yeah, well, it's fine. I did say a couple of episodes ago that I could really do with investing in another bale trailer that's maybe bigger than the one I've got. I'll try my hardest. Oh, that's all crooked and skew-if anyway, isn't it? So that's not going to work. Right, so if that's turning that way, I'm going to have to go... There we go. Flick back onto this one. Now I've done that for two reasons. Number one, it adds stability onto the back end of that so it won't flip as easy. I mean, there's still a chance, and a very good chance. I might have fixed it though, so that's number one. And number two, I'm going to try and stick the other 10. I think, oh no, I'm not going to get all of those on here by a long shot, am I? But yeah, as I found out from a video a little while ago, while they are in the case of being auto-loaded, bales take up no space. Like, they physically do not exist. They are a quantum null point. Which is nice, 'cause